as we see some cyclists brave what will be their toughest adventure at Tour de France. Some are taking on the Tour de Lancashire. The ride, which aims to raise awareness of the fracking industry, will start in Manchester and end in Blackpool, stopping at sites along the way. Organiser of the event, James Walsh, joins me today. Welcome.
Hi there.
Hiya. So tell me about the cycle ride itself.
Yeah, well, we've called it the Tour de Lancashire. It's Reclaim the Power have organised it, and I'm just helping them out. I'm going to be doing a talk along the way and supporting, taking bottles of water along and making sure everyone makes it to the finishing line. So,
what's the cycle ride for? What's it to raise awareness of, in particular with fracking?
Reclaim the Power doing a full itinerary of events in July at Preston New Road, which is where Quadrilla have got a fracking site. I was actually at the Lancashire County Council hearings where Lancashire County Council voted against fracking, but the government, Sajid Javid, overruled local democracy, and we're in a state where fracking's happening against the community's wishes. So it's a big battle, but it's taking place out of the sight of most of the media, although that's Lancashire did cover one of the events the other day. So yeah, the anti-fracking movement needs all the sort of support it can get. So we're doing sort of increasingly crazy things to raise awareness.
Now, some might argue that fracking is absolutely necessary for both the economy and to kind of sustain everything that's going on at the moment. What would you say to them?
I think it's 97% of the world scientists have agreed on climate change. We've got the Paris Agreement. About 80% of known fossil fuels have got to stay in the ground. There's a woman called Christine Figueres who was very influential in the Paris Agreement. Says we've got 3 years, humanity, we've got 3 years to basically save humanity from absolutely catastrophic climate change. And it is becoming, it's slow, but people are becoming, it was even on Sky News this morning, they were talking actually about climate change rather than just an extreme weather event. We've had flooding in Cumbria, we've had, the floods a couple of years ago on the River Irwell.
So is this to do with fracking though?
Yeah, well, in America, fracking has caused huge amount, and Australia. Like the anti-fracking movement here has got a lot of contacts with the people in Australia, and seeing, obviously in Australia and America, their fracking industry's been going for a lot longer.
So instead of having like a protest, you're demonstrating this in a much more peaceful way then?
Yeah.
So tell me about the length of the ride. You're starting in Manchester?
Yeah, it starts in Manchester, Thursday the 20th of July, that's tomorrow. Starts around about 11 o'clock. We're gathering for a photo shoot. I think there's about 30 cyclists have signed up, and then we're going to Barton Moss, which had exploratory fracking a couple of years ago. We call it the Battle of Barton Moss, and they're going to be going. There's actually the fracking site is still there, but they've not come back. The company's called iGas, I'm going to be doing a talk there. And then they go into a place called A.E. Yates, which is they've been in the supply chain, and that's in Bolton. They're part of the fracking supply chain. There's been a lot of protests there. Then it's going up to Preston, and then it's going to what they call a community protection camp. I mean, a lot of people won't know what a community protection camp is. Basically, near the fracking sites, and it's all over the north now. There's some in Yorkshire. There's even places like Surrey and that. But basically all over the country, there's community protection camps springing up where people.
What are these then?
They're basically the idea is the protesters can go and live there, and also the local community. There's usually a tent or something with information about fracking if people in the local area don't know about it.
So you're taking people, the cyclists, you're taking them round the different stops and showing them what, the fracking sites or the community protesters?
Well, all sorts, yeah. Certainly, well, obviously at the start is just for the, the media sort of photo shoot. Barton Moss was chosen because there is a fracking site there, and yeah, the people on the tour will they will learn about, and then yeah, certainly at the site in Bolton, I know there's going to be quite a few people, greeting them, and we're encouraging people all along the route to come out, like the Tour de France.
Out of interest, have you had any people that are for fracking that want to join the cycle race?
I wouldn't have thought so, no. I mean, I haven't actually booked the people in, but I would presume not. But yeah, I suppose it's possible.
But you're opening people's eyes then via the cycle ride. Yeah. And will the rain stop you?
I think the weather forecast pretty good for tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, if it was raining, yeah, it would carry on as as any cycle race would.
So it's Thursday daytime.
Yeah.
It starts at 10 o'clock, and then it goes on till how?
We're aiming to get to Barton Moss for about 1 o'clock. So yeah, if anyone, Barton Moss Lane it is, and then we're aiming to get in Bolton about 3:30, and get into Preston about 7. And then there'll probably be at Blackpool about 9 o'clock.
So a long day of it then.
Yeah.
How did the idea come about?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. These guys reclaim the power. They come up with all kinds of wacky ideas, like at Barton Moss. One morning, about 5 o'clock in the morning, they put a massive wind turbine outside the front of the fracking site to slow down the operations.
Just came around like that then.
Yeah, they're very creative in the way that they organise the protests.
And finally, how can people watch this? Is it over on social media? Are you clocking in on social media tomorrow? Yeah. Well, my Twitter's at Mancunian Bird. I'll be updating. There's that Reclaim the Power. And there's a lot of anti-fracking Facebook groups as well. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Cheers.